Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the views so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another beer review. Continuing our Fidens week in the same clothes. Courtesy of my man Brian. I appreciate you, bro. This is Lantern's Low. And this label art is completely different than the first two beers that we reviewed. The first two beers we reviewed were white labeled, and they had the exact same graphic on them. This is completely different. So, Fidens Brewing Company, Colony, New York. I know I keep saying it. I have no idea where Colony, New York is. So, per the label, 8.4% alcohol by volume, double IPA. The last two are 8.5, so basically the same ABV for all three beers we drank tonight. This one says Simcoe, Mosaic, and Citra. So I'm guessing this is a hazy beer. I think all their beers they do are hazy. Simcoe is one of my favorite hops in hazy beers. It is just awesome. So I also love Mosaic, and I also love Citra. So I hope this beer is an absolute banger. I've got high hopes. See, this beer immediately looks a lot lighter than the beer that we just poured. I think I might have had an off can of Noin Noin, but I don't know. So yeah, this looks more to me like the first beer we had, No Couth. It's just like that crazy, intense, hazy, just crazy hazy, like peach juice. It's insane what that looks like. Finger of fluffy bright white head. It is just like glowing at the bottom of the glass. It's super just like bright, sunshiny yellow. It's crazy. It looks awesome. That is New England haze right there. So let's go ahead and shove our nose in this one. See what it's got. Ooh, this beer smells awesome. So Simcoe for me can be different in West Coast style beers than it is in hazy beers. And I don't know like if there's a science behind that. If any of you guys brew beers and you know if it's like a yeast reaction with that hop, I don't know. Simcoe for me in West Coast style beers can be really catty and earthy, and then in hazy beers it's very fruity. This beer smells, it gives me a catty thing, which I don't usually get in hazy beers with Simcoe, but Citra sometimes can be like an awesome, what's the word? Like, when we talk about like smelling basil in beers, herbal. It can be herbal, and maybe that's what I'm smelling in this. But yeah, it's catty, it's earthy. There's a little bit of like that sweet kind of blueberry thing. This beer smells so much better than the last beer that we had. So I think something was wrong with that last beer, because the first beer I had, the nose was awesome. This beer, the nose is awesome too. And this one too, it's got that yeasty kind of bubblegum thing. But yeah, it smells like juice. It smells like earthy, catty, herbal, blueberry juice. It smells awesome. Let's go and taste it. Brian, cheers. Thanks, bro. Also, Colony is C-O-L-O-N-I-E. I hope I'm saying that right. Has to be, right? Colony. This beer's awesome. This beer, like No Couth, is very candied. Has that candied sweetness. But it also offers, like, you're getting the yeasty kind of aspect. It almost gives off almost to that like Flintstone vitamin-y kind of a thing. But it's got like that sugary hop sweetness, that like residue that like stays on your lips after you take a sip of it. But yeah, it's got a cool kind of catty, earthy thing. But the Mosaic is there. Like there's so much sweet berry, blueberry, almost like, it's weird saying this, but it almost gives off like a sweet kind of like raspberry thing too. But then you're getting like a citrus part of it. It's sweet though. It's candied, like candied tangerine, or like little California cuties. And that little bit of like earthy thing gives you just a bit of a bite on the finish of this. Kind of like the first beer, but I mean, these beers, this is haze, this is juice, this is New England style, and it's executed very, very well. These beers are extremely tasty. They're extremely candied. I like the sweetness that it gives off. I was talking about that in the first review. I like when hazy beers give off like gummy candy or like chewy candy, Skittles, Starburst, Mambas, peach rings, gummy worms. Those are the candies I really like. I like those much more than, I always ate those as a kid more than like hard candy, or even like chocolate. So I enjoy when hazy beers are like that. I just love how this smells. The mosaic is so, like, the blueberry in this is awesome. Same with this one though. It's creamy, spritzy, just spot on. Like, it just feels refreshing when you take a sip of it. And this one's like, it's pretty dry on the finish. It's not crazy dry, but there's a dryness there that just kind of makes you want to keep, you know, sipping on it. And these beers just go down real easy. It's crazy because they're all over 8%. And I think we saved a triple IPA for last. So, you know, we're making good decisions here. 8.5, 8.5, 8.4, 11%, something like that. So this beer is another just absolute winner from these guys. And the hop burps are amazing. Awesome, awesome stuff. So I'm a believer. Fidens is real deal. Big fan of the beers that I've had from them. Even the off can that I think was just an oxidation thing, it wasn't terrible. But the first and the third beers, Lanterns Low and No Couth beers, are absolute fire. Love them. So I get the hype. I see why people stand in line for this beer. I see why people have been saying to seek it out. I see why people say it's awesome. It's absolutely fantastic. These guys are making really, really good stuff. So we will leave it at that. So that is Lanterns Low from Fidens. Colony, New York. Where the hell is that? Upstate New York? Maybe? I don't know. I gotta talk to my buddy Ty about them. I think he lives up near... I wonder, is Colony anywhere near Albany? I think he's up near Albany. He would love these beers. He's a big single cut guy. I haven't had single cut in a long, long time, so we're rambling. Brian, I appreciate you, bro. Thanks for sharing this. If you guys had it, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. As always, thank you so much for watching. I will see you very soon. Cheers.
Thank you for coming behind the bar, in the arcade, all that shit.
Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the Fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.